Hey there, everybody. This is David with David's Stream. We're live. Real quick. There we go. How's everybody doing? And we are going to be playing some Outpost Infinity Siege Infinity mode. Now, this is an infinite mode. So that means that it could take hours, if not days. So what we're going to do is we're going to saddle in. I'm going to set some things up to make certain everything's good. Just to explain, we completely retooled this behemoth of a base. It's not the same base that used to be. It took me over 8 hours to assemble it, 8 hours to build it. And I've tested it a little bit. I haven't gotten to a boss level yet. So let's go and get it going. Well, let's get it to a boss level. How's everybody doing? What's up? We'll jump into this guy's base, see what's going on. Oh, jeez Louise. Hey folks, we're back. Just to explain what happened, Saturday night, I'm a little too tired to hit the hay. I was in the channel Discord earlier today, and I decided to try and rest. Didn't work, so now I'm back and trying to load into this game. That's a little janky. My guess is that they're probably from overseas. There you go. Come on. Hey, welcome to the stream. Hey Twitch, welcome. Yo, welcome. How you doing, Elizabeth? No sound. Hold on. Huh. let me fix this. Hold on. Properties. There you go. Thank you. How you doing, Elizabeth? Say, have you ever played this game yourself? Because I wanted to do something nice for you and a couple others who actually support my channel when it was in its infancy. Yep. It was the sound setting. Natural selection too. Oh my gosh. No, this is called Outpost Infinite Siege. And to give a short, nasty point of view, it is a first-person shooter tower strategy game. You build your base. Huh. That was weird. I don't mind getting this game for a couple of people if they're interested. Just let me know. It's still early access and it's still kind of janky and buggy, but you know what? It's a good game to play. It's a lot of fun. Watch it. Come join me. This is going to be one of my marathon streams, so if you got the time, hang around, watch it. Where's the thing I dropped?
Warning. Thunderstorm outbreak. Watch out for lightning strikes. Enemy signatures detected.
Mm-hmm. I posted a few videos regarding that, Elizabeth. As far as I could tell, it was a legal election, which was good. Legal. Which coffee. My viewpoints. I'll put this. How about this? I'll give you an opinion. How's that sound? My opinion is that the Democrats chose to pick a weak candidate. They chose not to acknowledge the point of what the Republicans were running on, the border. The fact that trans rights got pushed into a field where things got overly uncomfortable and people didn't want to get involved with it. Another one is sports, another big issue. I know it's a minority issue, but the problem is, as somebody who was an athlete, still is athletic, my feelings are very straightforward with it. And I've been very transparent on those feelings. So well, you've known me for what, a couple of years now, I'd say. Point is about me is
The thunderstorm has ended.
all right. Before we get too deep into this, let me pause real quick. And let me actually talk to you about this, Elizabeth. When it comes down to... Yeah. When it comes down to political things like what happened with Biden and Trump, and let's just say I've brought people into the house of David Anderson. That's my last name. And into my family somewhat. When I say David Stream family, I'll let y'all into this a little bit. This is the politics of my family. This is who we are. I was telling my parents, Trump has a following that's actually unlisted. It is unaccounted for. It's larger than what the news reports on it. It's going to actually be more. My parents were like, no, it's not. I'm like, look, the news doesn't cover this avenue, it doesn't see it. There's a point and a following going on where a lot of people are disenfranchised with the Democratic Party. Now, with me personally, I'm more on the side of like your Icelandic democratic socialism style. I'm not a socialist. I used to be more on the socialistic side. I can see where it works for short term for an economy to get it kickstarted, to get a nation kickstarted, but it has to shift out. There's forms of governments that actually work in an emergency situation. Socialism's one of those things where if the economy of your country falls to pieces and you're starting from near zero or starting from collapse, you socialize, you build it back up, and you get out of it quickly. Because the problem with socialism and the problem with some of these governments that ends with isms, fascism, feudalisms, they end in corruption. Even democracy itself and republics do. And it's one of those things where, let's be blunt, see, this is where I personally am like, okay, give me your facts, give me the factors, and give me your reasons. I'm gonna ask questions. It's been my type of thing. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. It's one thing about me where, now, if I have facts to prove that someone is incorrect, fundamentally, I will say, hey, look, I think this is wrong. Here are the facts. Here are my sources. This is my information. If you disagree with those facts, here you go. I think with Trump winning again, showed the fact of America's failing. Trust me, I've been active in American politics. When I was younger, I was active in voting this year. Yeah, that's the problem. It's a melting pot. There's not one true solution. The problem with a nation like the US is we have multiple religions. We have Buddhism, we have Christianity, we have Muslim, we have Islam, we also have Hindus, we have it's a melting pot. We also have the Native American cultures. We have so many different cogs and moving pieces. It's one reason why the US government's like, let's keep religion out of politics. Yeah, we can be based off of loosely Christian morality, but let's keep Christianity or in religion out of government, because the problem is the US was already a melting pot back in the 1800s. Oh, let's see. I'm German. I'm French. I'm Native American. I'm Bohemian. One of my great-grandparents were adopted, so I don't even know where that goes to. I know some of my heritage goes back to travelers in Europe. So I know there's there's Jewish ancestry in there too. So it's one of those things where, yeah, no, I have a huge diverse background. to my legacy, to my background, to my culture. So it's one of those things where what I have to say though is the divisiveness needs to stop on both sides. And people need to start listening to actual facts. Because the problem is I have what I've noticed, and this could be the stuff I review, but the things I've seen is some of the Republicans that I've interacted with, they're kind people, they're friendly, they're respectful, but the problem is they tend to be I'm not trying to insult anybody here. This is my experience. Experience is in the sum of your cultural surroundings, okay? Republicans that I've noticed tend to be extremely yeah. Now, this is my experience. My experience is part of certain location. Now, when I experience certain Republicans, now the problem is, here's something that I'm going to speak of quickly. They've proven a point where people who think more in the in the more democratic mindset, they have a specific way of thinking. They see the world in a unique way, and they actually view the world differently. Their brain is even wired differently than a Republican person brain-wise. Now, there's been science out. I can't exactly go in and say the percentages, but it's like 60, 70, 80%. Now, this is going to be a generality. It's not going to be every case. In my experience, my personal experience, the thing is that I've seen in Democrats and Republicans both is that they tend to have blinders. They tend to see issues for issues. And the problem is they tend to get stuck on specific issues. People who are in my part of the USA tend to get stuck on things like trans rights, let's see, abortion, let's see what else, the Middle East, Russia, China, let's see what else, economy, and also at a philosophical level, how things should be ran. Now, fundamentally, Democrats, the ones that I've interacted with, tend to be more like people should be left to their own devices. People should be given the freedoms to do what they want to do, and we shouldn't be part of it. Now, the problem is at one time, Republicans were more like, hey, leave us to our own devices and let us self-govern. Okay, that's fine. It was a weird shift. It was a weird shift to see this happen. But the other problem is Republicans are starting to implement and push faith-based policies into law. Abortion. A lot of people are like, hey, the faith-based Republicans, who are standing for anti-abortion are like, you know what? You need to be celibate. If you have a kid, oh well, it's not my problem. I don't want to pay for your problem. Ain't my responsibility. Now, do not coin that and cut that out of context. Again, in context, the problem is the nation's always going to be divided on abortion. And the problem is Trump ran on the right. And what's going to happen that could derail Trump's process is if the evangelical right pushes for more anti-abortion policies. It will drive the people who actually voted with Trump away from it. And it will cause more things to occur. And it's one thing where I have concerns on. Having Elon Musk in the budget, I'm okay with. I have a Republican coworker who's pretty ardently, pretty radicalized. So some of the zaniest stuff makes Trump look like a baby with his statements. But what I'll say is, he's hoping that Trump causes enough issues for the US government to where it changes things forever. Now, the issue is, for me, you can disagree, you can agree. The problem is, I read the Mueller report, and people are very divisive on that little piece of investigation that happened quite a few years ago. And I also know that January 6th was part of Trump's antics as well, because of what he said to cause this. It's one of those issues that Trump did not start out as a politician. He was a TV personality first and foremost. He knows how to engage people, but the problem is he didn't understand the gravity of the position he was in. When someone's the head of the United States, making statements like, hey folks, you're sick, drink bleach, even if it's taken out of context, the problem is people view the president as our leader, and even if it's an out of taste joke, some of the people who are actually following US politics believe the president to the point where they might just drink bleach. And that's where I get concerned. The people who were protesting January 6th, when Trump started inciting them, saying fight hard, fight like hell, and then did what he did and did not stop it and caused the delay of the electors, that's a problem. And the truth is, being honest, I don't care how politicized it is. Let's be honest, he shouldn't have been able to be eligible to be reelected. Period. Now, I understand that that's going to be divisive, but the fact is if we're looking at just the truth, let's own it. Trump fucked up. He didn't just fuck up once, he fucked up multiple times. Now, with the Democrats going with Joe Biden and choosing then to run with Kamala Harris, that was one of the worst mistakes ever, especially not allowing her to do a primary where they had the delegates revote. It was wrong. It was stupid, and it was a bad move. I think it was the best move they could have made at the time, given the fact of, well, no, I think they should have just decided to have Biden go ahead and bow out, but that didn't happen. See, and that's what I mean. And that's, as long as we can actually have that type of reasonability and back and forth, I'm willing to actually concede, hey, the Democrats are kind of asinine. It's like, did Trump do authoritative statements? Did he actually incite certain things? Did his statements and did his behavior actually cause issues? Yes. Did the Democrats feed off of it? Yes. Did they actually start fear mongering? Yes, but that's actually been media for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. It needs to stop. The problem is we still need to have a free media, because as soon as we take out free press, that's the problem though. What is free press? Let's ask that question, because there are a number of online media companies. I'm going to cite some of the left, and I'm going to cite some of the right. All right. So you're going to hear some of the more radical, then you're going to hear some more conservatives, and then you're going to hear some more middle ones. Okay. Young Turks, been around a long time. They're on the progressive side. They've been around for 2 decades. They do their own thing. They have their own statements. They have no political ties other than to their own. Let's see. Chris Cuomo. He's starting to do his own thing. And trust me, I've seen his stuff on YouTube just by his standalone stuff. It's good. It's educated. He makes sense. And he's not demonizing anybody. He's like, look, this actually is what it is. We need to stop being stupid and we need to wake the fuck up. Literally, I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, he's willing to cuss and actually tell people, wake the hell up. One of the people I use just as a litmus test to see where I'm leaning at times, just to check in, Tim Pool. Now, Tim Pool's veered off to the right a little bit deeper, and he's kind of bounced around a lot. The problem is he got tied up with the Russian with RT by accident, got indicted, and got involved with Russian funds by accident. But you know what? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like hell. I'll even watch Joe Rogan, for God's sakes. It's like, but I was, it, it's like we need to stop in American politics specifically. We need to stop trying to circle the wagons and we need to start sitting down and talking. And we need to start asking questions. And it's one of those things. I'll harken back to the sit down videos where I sat down and said, I'm having feelings about American politics. Here's are the issues. Here are the pain points. This is why these failed, and this is why Trump won. Was I surprised at all seeing Trump win? No. I had concerns. And here's the problem. Let me stretch my legs real quick. Trump's economic policies when the first term is. It's one of those things. Now, I'm not an economist. I can be corrected. And if I'm proven wrong, I will admit I'm wrong and backtrack on this. The problem is I saw that Trump's economic policies were falling back on a high risk, high reward type of methodology. Normally, it's like putting rocket fuel into a U.S. economy. It burns fast, it burns hard, and then it dies. And normally it dies a year or two after the next president comes into play. Now, the thing that happened with Trump that he did not expect, that actually caught him with his pants completely down at his heels in a very awkward position, was the fact that he actually did not anticipate COVID. Nor did he actually jump at trying to restrict travel restrictions and try and isolate people faster and track it down before it actually spread beyond all avail. COVID damn near killed my mother 5 times. So, yeah, and left me in a really gnarly situation financially for a long time. So, yeah. If you want to see some of the footage of me being having left struggle, just go back to some of the older footage I had back a couple of years ago. But no, Kamala was not the best candidate. I just thought she would do the least amount of damage to the economy because of Trump's tendencies to be a little bit more aggressive with the economy. And the fact is, the way how the US economy is actually rebounding, it's actually going in the right direction. And it's heading in the right direction. Normally, Democrats can get stuff ouch. Sorry for that, Elizabeth. But back to the point though. My concern is that Trump likes playing with fire. And the problem is the US economy, after dealing with COVID and heading in the right direction under Democratic control, doesn't need another bit of nitrous oxide shoved down its gullet. I mean, yes, having Musk and Venomcy, or I'm bad with names, so the Indian guy who's the CEO of the pharmaceutical company, very smart, very intelligent. I disagree with him but I can say he has a lot of stuff to back up where he has his statements, and he has a good point to it. Oh, and Elizabeth, would you like to have Outpost Infinity Siege? Because I can get that to you. All right, let's hold. I agree. I agree. Problem is I'm not a disenfranchised Democrat. I'm actually a Hey, there we go. Any of that. Thank you.
Warning. Thunderstorm outbreak. Watch out for lightning strikes. Enemy signatures detected.
How to put this? Oh, here's the easiest way to put it. All right.
Enemy signatures detected.
Ah, silica. Yeah, silica. I still play it. It's good. Gonna have to actually turn on my ammunition for the big boy guns. All right, hold on. Because I have too much stuff going on.
Warning. Enemy signatures detected.
Pretty hard. I'm pretty far advanced. And a lot of these are automatically fed, so I don't have to do much. It's fun though, it really is. But yeah, let's get back to what we're talking about. It gets pretty hard. Trust me, a base like this can get destroyed in later levels. Now I gotta turn off those turrets though. I was just trying to get rid of some of that ammunition. Three of 44, good. But it's one of those problems where the extremes have kind of actually got it to where everybody's scared. And that's the other thing. And I don't like that. I don't like people being scared of talking. I don't like that. I don't like people actually feeling like they're oppressed. I don't feel like I don't enjoy it. I want to hear people's opinions. I want to hear people's thoughts. I want to hear their feelings. Now, I also want that respect in kind. And I'll stand for that right, both sides. Now, I don't know what that makes me other than practical and pragmatic. Hell, maybe I should run for government sometime. I don't know. I don't think I make the cut, though. I make too much sense. YouTuber with health issues who works full-time. I don't know. I don't see that as a good option for US politics. Probably tore down and politically destroyed. Fundamentally. No, no. You don't want an echo chamber. But it's one thing about my channel. I welcome anybody. I welcome everybody. I don't care. Just don't step on my sensibilities. I won't try and step on yours. But don't try and make me cater to other things. I'll be as respectful as I can to everybody. What's the time right now? 1:30. It's one of those things too, Elizabeth, where you know this of me. I welcome everybody to the Davestream family. I think it's time for us to get to the endgame levels, because this doesn't feel like it's challenging my base at all. I mean, it's starting to get a little dicey. Excuse me. efficient. The base is efficient. Well, this is an in-game. This is final stages of base. I don't have everything unlocked, but I know enough to actually be able to optimize the base fully. But this is one of those where they're like, hey, yeah, multiple people need to come in to do this. It's very challenging. I've gotten to level 33 by myself on this. It's steep, but it's a one-time purchase game. So once you have it, you have it. There's no extra purchases. There's no BS. It's just, it is what it is. But there is a pretty hard learning curve to it. Trust me, a couple of times I had to stop and go, okay, what did I do wrong? What did I miss? I can't easily take that home with me. No kidding. Believe it or not, I believe this game came from China. Oh my god, I'm supporting China. I own my own business. I also work full-time. As maintenance for a homeowners association. I make about $16 an hour, and along with odd jobs I can make more. With my own business I can make quite a bit more money. But I got injured recently because of Hurricane Milton, and I've been on the mend. I pulled a muscle called the psoas. And boy, oh boy, don't ever do that. Everything. Landscaping, irrigation, groundskeeping. Let's see. We do general maintenance. We do sheetrock repair. We do pool maintenance. Whatever. Heck, there's been times where I've actually had to clean up human fecal matter on the ground. Dead animals had to pick up. So yeah, just a bit of everything. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And the problem is that smell lingers. There's not much you can do about it. Even if you clean off your clothes, wash off, shower, it still lingers with you. Pardon the pun, but it's shit. Yeah, this one doesn't have any actual bosses to fight, so we'll go to the end game map. I've been working at this job for almost 2 years. Oh, after Hurricane Milton, one of the biggest issues that I came across with myself was the fact that a lot of people lost their homes. A lot of people had issues. A lot of people lost cars. And yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, but it brought a whole new level of... I didn't get anything.
Aircraft arriving in 15 seconds.
I lost power for 5 days because of the logistics behind Hurricane Milton. And the only thing FEMA was paying for was for relocation.
Time to head home.
I got jack shit. I spent $200 on food, on supplies, to make certain that I could make my ends meet, have warm, cold foods. No, for people who lost their cars and their homes, they made a lot more money. But for homes that were inundated from Milton, they got $12,000 to repair their sheetrock, repair the furniture. $12,000. 12. Ain't enough. But this was an unnaturally high, really difficult hurricane season. Anyways.
Please confirm your outpost.
Again, it depends on your area. All right. The area I'm in and around and working, the homes are more interesting. The home's around 300 to 250 to $350,000. I think it's a 2-bedroom. I get it. But just to explain, no, this one's a lot harder. All right. But to explain in further detail.
Please confirm your outpost.
Imagine this. People bought these homes at $160,000 to $125,000. These homes in 10 years rose to It is definitely an Asian game. Do you want me to get this for you, Elizabeth? Because, you know, I'll get it for you right now. Alright, let's go and get started. The missions aren't bad, it's just a little weird to get into.
Be prepared.
This is where the boss fights come into play. I'm also on the official Discord too. All right, all right. Oh yeah, she's played this game.
Exiting X-Boost field. Entering X-Boost field.
Warning. Enemy signatures detected. Enemy signatures
We played quite a few games of this. Mhm.
Warning. Fog outbreak. Turret vision reduced. Warning. Enemy signatures detected.
Yes, I do. Not often, but I do. haven't played it yet.
The fog has lifted. Visibility deployed.
Combat activated. Exiting X-boost field. Entering X-boost field.
I understand that one. I have soul storms. They're fun games. Kind of is. Well, the space is self-sufficient. All right.
Warning. Enemy signatures detected.
Ah. I see a flaw.
Warning. Thunderstorm outbreak. Watch.
I see a big flaw. This is the reason why we do stress testing. Look at these bottom. I'm glad we did the stress testing. I found out that issue. All right. Hold on a moment. That was a pretty radical fault. Wasn't that one over here, it was this one. glad we pinned it down. But that's the reason why when I do a base like this, I test. Come on. Alright, folks. I'm actually going to go ahead and turn in and get this handled. I gotta say, though, we're looking really good. The base design is concise. It works. There's no real flaws with it. I'm glad, though, we realized that there was that outstanding issue. That's the reason why I go through these stages of testing. Because I just don't know what's going to happen. Hey, Elizabeth, hit me up tomorrow. I'd actually like to talk to you at length sometime privately, outside of streaming. I know that you've kept a pretty quiet profile and everything, but you've been a moderator for me for a while, and I want to get to know you as a person. So thank you very much for your help, and thank you for everything that you've done for my channel, and I appreciate your time. I'd like to get to know you better. And to everybody else, have a great night. Like always, keep it real. Good night.